Hi friends, today we are going to see demo on implementation of type 2 SCD in Snowflake using task and stream. This demo is part 2 out of 2 part. So we have already covered part 1. If you have not seen my previous video on part 1, I would suggest you to please have a look because this is the more on the continuation and automation part. So we are not going on much detail. We are going to reuse the existing code base and we are just going to focus more on the automation part. So let's move on the demo. So for in this demo, this is the lab 2 where we are going to reuse the existing HCD type 2 Snowflake database which we created as part of lab 1. So if you can see on the left hand side, we already had supplier landing table, supplier masters, supplier raw and supplier staging. As we have already used this in the lab 1, I wanted to start from fresh. So I'm going to truncate all the table so that we don't have any data. And I'm going to recreate the stream so that it should not get the data from the previous one. Because we are truncating, so might be we see some data. So I'm just recreating for safer side. So now that we have refreshed our setup, so now all the table is truncated and stream is recreated, we are now ready to start with our lab. So what this lab will contain is basically we have seen in our previous demo, we were truncating the supplier raw table and then we are manually executing the copy statement, right? So that's step 1. Then we were loading the data from raw file to supplier raw table and removing the internal stage file, right? That's step 2. And basically we were using the copy statement for that, right? And the step 3 was we were updating the supplier landing data with the latest supplier raw table data, which were basically a merge statement. The business logic was written in the merge statement. And there was a step 4 for the another merge statement, which was the logic to read the stream data and then compare that with the landing table, and then whatever is the delta, based on that create the HCD type 2 historical data. And the step 4 was to push the latest data or override the updated data into the master from taking from the supply staging based on the current flag equal to y. So this was the 5 step which we were doing manually in the previous, and we have loaded 2 files, and based on that first as of the first step, when we load the first file, it get created all the insert statement, and when we when we loaded the second file where we use the 2 modified in rows and 2 new rows, right? So we are going to use the same structure, but rather this time we are just going to automate the end-to-end pipeline using task. So let's see how we are going to do that. So first of all, let's see whether we have stream in place. So we can see that we have a stream in place and currently it's unable. The first step, we are going to create the truncate task, which is basically the parent task, and the parent schedule for this is 1 minute because we want to quickly see on the data. Else it can be modified based on your requirement, maybe half an hour, 30 minutes, 50 minutes, whatever is your requirement. But in our case, as we are doing demo and we want quick result, I'm putting it as 1 minute. The only purpose of this task is to execute and truncate the supplier raw table, so that whenever we are doing anything, the raw table is truncated and reloaded from the scratch. So let's create the task 1. Now the second task is dependent on task 1. So whenever task 1 is completed, then task 2 will automatically get triggered. And what is the job for task 2 is to just execute the copy statement and reload the supplier raw table from internal stage, whatever is file present there, and remove the file on the successful execution. So that we were doing earlier manually. Now we are going to use the task, but now we are creating the hierarchy. So task 2 is dependent on task 1, and unless task 1 is completed, task 2 will not get executed, it will get skipped. So we created task 2. Now the task 3 was to so we created the task 2, and then we want to create the task 3. So what is the use of task 3 is basically we wanted to create, sorry, I have put the code twice. Let me remove this. Yeah, so what was the task 3? Task 3 was basically to look into the supplier raw table and then push the data into a supplier landing table, which was basically the main table which is having the stream and track the delta data. So first of all, we will push the data from supplier raw to supplier landing based on the logic which we already explained in lab 1. So I'm not going to explain that again. So I'm just going to create the task 3. The only focus area is that we are creating task 3 based on task 2. So the moment task 2 is completed, task 3 will automatically get executed. Now the step 4, this is task 4, and the objective of the task 4 is to identify the delta update from the landing table. So basically this is the task which will look into the stream and whether stream has data or not. So the moment that we will see some data on stream based on the task 2, so sorry, task 3, this task 4 will get executed and start looking into the stream. So the moment it will see the data, it will execute the logic of pushing the data by comparing the stream and staging table and create the SCG type 2 data. So let me create this task 4, and the ultimate and the final task was to override the supplier master with the latest supplier data. So it's going to truncate the table and reload the table from the current flag equal to Y supplier. So now that we have created all the 5 tasks, let's see whether what kind of data we are seeing on the task, whether we are seeing all the 5 tasks or not. So if you see here, we'll see task 1, task 2, task 3, task 4, and task 5. And task 1 is the master task, and task 2, 3, 4 are the child tasks which are dependent on a hierarchy basis, right? So, and if you see on the state column, all the tasks are suspended. So task is created, but it will not get executed unless we enable those. So to enable that, what we have to do, we have to switch our role to account admin or to a particular role which has the privilege to grant the execute task as well as alter the task to resume. So I'm not going to use any other role. I'm going to use account admin, and I will switch to account admin and grant an execute task on account to the sysadmin so that we can execute using sysadmin, and then we will resume the all task. One thing you will see that I have written the execution resume on the reversal order. So you will see 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is the reason because the moment you will enable the this task, you can't enable this, and it will start complaining that you have to suspend that parent task first and then you can resume. So to overcome that issue, I have altered in the reverse order so that we don't see those issues. So let's execute this. Okay, so this is the error you will get. So I already started, so now all the tasks might be on the started. Okay, so the state is started, so now everything is going good. So all the task has been started, grant has been given. Now pipeline is ready end to end, and if you have not seen my blog, you will see that there is a diagram which I have given which is showing the flow of the data. So now my internal stage is waiting to get the file uploaded. The moment I will upload the file, you will start seeing the data will get uploaded into the raw table, then landing table, then staging table, and finally on the master table. So we are not going to query all the table, but we will see the final data on the master table. So let's go here and we'll just delete this data, and we will copy the first file which is data and put it here. And let's see if we see any kind of a data on the internal stage. So let me go here. What was the name of the internal stage? This one, right? So let me see if we see any data over here. We don't see any data. Let me quickly upload the data from my local to internal stage so we can see that the data has been loaded. So now let's go down and switch our role to um, sysadmin. Let's see we see data on the raw table. I think it's better to see data on the landing because raw will get truncated. So the moment we will see data on supplier landing, we will see the data on the supplier master as well quickly. So let's wait. Um, it will be done in within less than I think 1 minute. I think that's the schedule. So other job will not take time the moment the first is kicked off. So we have to query and we will soon see the data over here. So now you can see that we have loaded the sixth row. If you have looked on my previous demo, you will see that there were 6 rows on the data file. So if we go here, there are 6 rows, and on the second file we are going to update these 2 rows with from Pune to Kolkata, and we are going to add to a new row basically for Bangalore and Pune for these 2 rows. So let's see whether our data has been flown to other table. So we can see the data has been flown because it was the first data load. We will see all the start date, current flag is equal to y, and end date as a null, right? And all the data as we wanted. So we are good till now, and we will see the same data on the master with all the initial load. So now if we go back here on the top, let's see if we see any data on the internal stage. We don't see anything because that was truncated or removed from internal stage using the copy command. Now that we have already did the data load for data file, let's start with data 2 version 2. So let me reload this and let's see whether our delta is updated there or not. So it is successfully uploaded. Because our job is already running, I'm assuming it will quickly done. So let's go and query the staging table. It's better to query the staging table. As of now we see the 6 rows. Hopefully we will see the I think 10 rows. So let it execute for I think within a minute it will get executed. So what will happen, we will see the row number 5 and 6 will have the 2 set of rows, one with updated end date and one with updated rows with supply status Kolkata. So let's wait for some moment or more. It will be done because I have scheduled for 1 minute. Yes. So now we can see the 10 rows, and as I indicated, we have seen that 2 rows for 5 and 6 number rows. So you will see that Kolkata is the updated rows, and that is having the end date as null and current flag as y. And the older rows, Pune with the Pune state is closed and the current flag is set as N. The similar thing happened for the A106. So this is how we maintain the SCG type 2 for the supplier state column, and then we also added the 2 new rows which were added as a part of fresh data load. So this is how we set the data, and the similar thing update is going to update on the master. So if you have seen previous execution, there were 6 rows with the Pune as a state for row 5 and 6, but now if I update it, we will see as a Kolkata. So here you can see for 5 and 6, a row has been updated to Kolkata. So this is how you can maintain your final end user table with the latest record while maintaining the history of the particular column uh, and this is how you will maintain the SCG type 2 using task and stream. So hope you like my demo, and if you like my demo, please subscribe to my channel and like my video. Thank you.